Namaste student, welcome to 9th standard. This year I will be teaching geography, economics and business studies. In geography, you will be learning in detail about the state Karnataka. Karnataka's population, industries, historical places, physical features, like all these informations will be provided in different lessons.
In this lesson, our state Karnataka, you will be studying about origin of the name, geographical location of Karnataka and size of Karnataka. Let's go to the first topic, origin of the name. How did the state Karnataka get its name? The first name is Karunadu. You all know that Karu means, or it is split as Kar plus Nadu. Karu means Kappu and Nadu means state. So it is land of black soil. Half of Karnataka has black soil. So Karnataka is called Karunadu. The next name is Karunat. This is Tamil word and the meaning of this Tamil word is land which is elevated. You all know that Karnataka lies in Deccan Plateau. So it is the land which is elevated. And this name is mentioned in a Tamil work Shilappadikaram. Now, Kaviraja Marga, first Kannada literary work which was written during the Rashtrakuta period, describes the state Karnataka as the land between river Kaveri to river Godavari. River Kaveri in the south and river Godavari in the north. This is the extent of Karnataka according to Kaviraja Marga. India got independence in 1947, all of you know that. And Karnataka was not at all called Karnataka in the year 1953. Then what was it called? It was called Mysuru state in the year 1953. Why was it called Mysuru state? At the time of independence, Mysuru and other areas next to Mysuru were ruled by Wadayars of Mysuru, and only those areas were called Mysuru state, and other areas which are part of Karnataka now, they were not part of Mysuru state. So the first name given to Karnataka was Mysuru state, and it was in the year 1953. Karnataka was renamed as Vishala Mysuru state from Mysuru state, and it was in the year 1956. So what happened in the year 1956? The government of India passed a bill and it reorganized the states according to the language spoken there. As I told you earlier, other Kannada speaking areas which were part of Bombay province and Hyderabad area, now they were included in this Mysuru state. So this is how Mysuru state included almost all the areas which are part of present day Karnataka, and this one came into being in the year 1st November 1956. In the year 1973, the leaders of Karnataka, they felt that name Karnataka would be more apt to this state, so they renamed Mysuru Vishala Mysuru state as Karnataka Rajya. And every year on this day, that is on 1st November, we celebrate this day as Rajyotsava Day. Geographical location. Karnataka lies in the southern part of India. There are 4 southern states and Karnataka is one among them. The latitudinal extent of Karnataka is 10 degree 31 minutes north to 18 degree 45 minutes north latitude. You all know about 10 degree and 18 degree and north latitude and south latitude. You learnt it in the last year only. Then what is this 31 minutes and 41 minutes? Like when we see the time, if it is not exactly 4 o'clock, we say 4 o'clock 10 minutes, 4 o'clock 15 minutes. Like that, it is not exactly 10 degree latitude. It lies between 10 and 11 degree. So it is read as 10 degree 31 minutes and 18 degree 45 minutes. So these are the latitudes. Now longitudinal extent is, the longitudes are 74 degree 12 minutes east longitude to 78 degree 40 minutes east longitudes. So these are the longitudes passing through Karnataka. The length of the state is 750 kilometers. Bidar in the northernmost part of Karnataka and Chamarajanagar is the southernmost district of Karnataka. So from Bidar to Chamarajanagar length is 750 kilometers. Now see, this is the map of India and you all know your state is this one, Karnataka, and the frontier, that means neighboring states of Karnataka are these: Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Goa, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So these are the neighboring states or frontier states of Karnataka. And this is the water body Arabian Sea to the west of Karnataka. Now you learned that Bidar is the northernmost district and Chamarajanagar is the southernmost district of Karnataka, and Uttara Kannada lies to the western side and Kolar district lies to the eastern side of Karnataka. These are the Arabian Sea, in the west Maharashtra, in the north Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in the east, Tamil Nadu in the south and southeast, Kerala in the southwest and Goa in the northwest form the frontiers. So these are the neighboring states of Karnataka. This is the map of Karnataka and these are the 30 districts of Karnataka. This is the Bidar. This is Bidar district which lies to the northernmost side of Karnataka. Uttara Kannada to the western side. Kolar to the eastern side and Chamarajanagar, southernmost district of Karnataka. Belagavi is the largest district and your district, that is Bengaluru urban, is the smallest district of Karnataka. Now, size of Karnataka. Area of the state, that is Karnataka, is 1,91,791 square kilometers, and Karnataka is the 8th largest state of our country. Karnataka's population is 6 crore 11 lakh 30,704 according to 2011 census. You all know that census is conducted every 10 years. There are 30 districts and 176 taluks in Karnataka. 747 hoblis, 347 towns and 27,481 villages are there in Karnataka. What is this hobli? Hobli is group of villages which comes under every taluk, and there are 27,481 villages. That shows that Karnataka is a state which has more villages. Many people live in villages. There are 4 divisions in Karnataka: Bengaluru, Mysuru, Belagavi and Gulbarga, which is called Kalburgi now. So what are these divisions? These 30 districts are divided into 4 divisions, and Bengaluru division has some districts under it, Mysuru division has some districts under it, like that Belagavi and Gulbarga or Kalburgi also have some districts under them. So this is how Karnataka is divided into 4 divisions. This is how in this lesson you studied about the name or origin of Karnataka, geographical location of Karnataka and the size of Karnataka. Since this was the introduction to the state Karnataka, you had only this much to study in this lesson. In the next lessons, we will be studying about physical features, industries, soil, population, historical places. So all these lessons will be studied later. Thank you. Copy the assignment questions and write the answers. So these are the assignment questions.